Hello and good morning and welcome back to Simply Greg Sir EV. You still join us here in Burton on the Water in Gloucestershire, and today we begin the second part of our UK holiday. We've been here 7 days already and now it's time to head up north. We're heading up to a village called Kirklington up by the Scottish border, about 15 minutes from Carlisle, roughly 260 miles, and it's time to stretch the legs on the Jeep Avenger EV. So we're going to go for a drive like we always do and hit up some charging sites, so come along with us. This one should be interesting with this Jeep. Let's go have some fun. Okay, Laura did lock the cottage door, that's good. As you can see, we're all packed up here in the Jeep. I played a lot of Tetris growing up, so I think this is packed pretty well for our needs. I'll show you in back. Don't rent one of these if you have a family. You're not going to have enough room. So yeah, backpack is here, the food and all of that stuff. I put the parcel tray back behind the seat. So hopefully this closes up. Let's see if this will close without hitting anything. Come on, lock. I know you. No, it didn't. So we'll just force that down into place. We are showing 100% state of charge, 247 miles remaining. We are in, I believe we are in, we should be in regular mode. There we go. So now we're on. We are in, we'll put it in normal. Eco, I think, might show a bit more range, but whatever. Yeah, 259. We'll reset the trip. Trip 1 is set, and then we'll set trip 2 as well. That is set. So I already programmed it in. No navigation in this Jeep, so don't ask me about pre-programmed charging stops. So it says arrival at 1:55, 4 hours 58 minutes, 258 miles. Yeah, we're going to have to do 2 charging stops. This is all pretty much motorway, so I figure we'll arrive with the charging probably around closer to 3:15 is what I'm guessing. Pretty much motorway all the way up, M40 to the M6, and that all the way up to Kirklington Hall and Gardens. All right, let's go. Got onto the M5 northbound. We're going to be on it for about 35 miles. I thought it was sending us up through Banbury to the M40, but apparently not. I guess it changed along the way. 89% state of charge. We have driven so far 22 miles, so quite a long way to get onto the motorway, and we're still looking at about 2 p.m. arrival according to Google, but we will have to stop the charge, so I'm aiming more towards 3 p.m. 235 miles to go. We are approaching Birmingham on the M5, but we were warned by a few friends that the congestion around Birmingham in the morning time would be quite apocalyptic. So Google decided to send us off the M5 and go through West Brom, go through Wolverhampton, and meet up back at the M6. And it was quite a detour in my opinion, but Google always seems to figure it out. And apparently it was faster getting on the M6 if you cut through the western end of the city. But by this point, we were getting pretty cranky. We needed some caffeine. We needed to go use the washroom. We needed some food. So we decided to stop at Knutsford Services off the M6, which I think is one of the worst motorway services that I've been to. So at this point, we're just a bit south of Liverpool, a bit south of Manchester. You join us now at Knutsford Services. We're just south of Liverpool. We were getting a bit hungry and I had to go use the washroom, so we decided to just stop here, do a short charge while we're here as well. This is a grid serve site, so everything's all set up on the Jeep. We're charging. Sorry if I'm yelling right into the microphone. Here it is extremely loud. The motorway is just on the other side. So we got the Jeep plugged in to the ABB charger. We're pulling 54 kilowatts, 44% state of charge. We plugged in around 42. A bit earlier than I wanted to stop, but like I said, I had to use the washroom and we were getting a bit hungry, so stop now, get a little charge while we're eating, and then get out of here in like 10 minutes. But you got two dispensers here. Well, actually 3 handles for CCS and one CHAdeMO, and you have a Type 2 there. I think that's going to be it from here. It is extremely loud, and I don't know how well this is going to come out here at Knutsford Services off the M6, just south of Liverpool. I didn't really enjoy that service station. It was kind of run down. It was kind of awkward layout. As I said, we only stopped there because we absolutely needed caffeine and something to eat. But as we got further north into West Yorkshire, Lancashire, and even Cumbria, the scenery started improving so much on the motorway, and it really started breaking up the boring drive of just motorway driving in general. I mean, the scenery here is absolutely beautiful, and we decided to stop at T-Bay Services as we had a good experience at its sister site in Gloucestershire. And T-Bay is where things started going kind of wrong. It was extremely, extremely busy as it was a Friday afternoon at this point, and as you'll see coming up, it was a pretty interesting experience charging a car. Basically, it was my worst fears all combined into one at T-Bay Services. We've arrived at T-Bay Services, 13% state of charge. We're just waiting for a spot. We've been waiting like 2 or 3 minutes. It's pretty full here, so I don't know how this is going to go down. You join us at T-Bay Services, and it's pretty busy here. We actually did manage to charge in, so the site went down. The Sarco guy is in the middle of rebooting the entire site. I'll take my hat off because it's pretty hot. But yeah, it's absolutely packed here. It's absolutely rammed here, but some interesting stuff. There's the Honda, there's a Taycan, MG4, Mach-E, Cupra, a lot of interesting stuff, but it's absolutely rammed here. The gentleman's in process of rebooting the entire site, and it's yeah, busy, very busy here at T-Bay Services. Let's go see what we're doing on ours. So what did we plug in at? We plugged in at 13% state of charge. We haven't been here for too long. How do we get back to our charger? That's not us. Screen, let's not touch anything here. So I actually think a big problem here is they don't have enough site power, and one whole row of equipment basically went down, and they're in the process of still rebooting it. They have a cabinet open now, and we're charging up over here. It's full. The entrance to this car park, to this charging site is full. We're only going to get what we need, maybe 7 to 10 minutes, and we're going to head up to Carlisle to the Ionity site because this place is full. People really need it. This place, I keep saying, it is absolutely slammed. We actually had to wait about 10 or 15 minutes for a charge. I've never waited for a charge anywhere I've ever gone. Just to give you an overview of what's happening here. The gentleman with the MG4, he's repairing that bank of charging. So you have 3 dispensers, 2 handles each, so you have 6 handles there, and there's another 6 over here, another 6 handles with 3 dispensers. And I think it's a site power issue here is what's going on. We'll go around this way. There was a Lotus charging here before, one of those Lotus with the unpronounceable names. And yeah, the Swarco guy is connecting some sort of diagnostic to make sure everything works. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice site. It's just the parking lot's really bad, and I guess they're having site power problems. And we're charging up our Jeep. Let's see what we're at here now. We are at 22% state of charge. Yeah, we plugged in at 13%, so we're not. This place is maxed out on. We have about 5 more minutes left of charging here. It's still pulling 47 kilowatts, so this place is absolutely in a meltdown mode. I've watched videos of UK vloggers and EV people here, and yeah, I didn't think it would happen to me, but obviously it has. we'll be out of here as soon as we can. I already told one lady we're out of here in 5 minutes. This is going to be a 15-minute charge. We'll get what we can. We'll head up the M6 to a Carlisle. There's a large Ionity site there. Hopefully they're not experiencing the same meltdown. This is why we left early this morning, because based on my experience of watching other YouTubers, I'm quite well aware of the charging situation up here. Yeah, let's get out of here. If this place is in full meltdown, 33%, we're good to go. We'll go up to, just click stop charging on there. All right, Laura's click stop charging. Let's get unplugged. Come on, unplug. There we go. She'll put the cable back. Let's get closed up and let's get out of here because this place is in full meltdown. Yeah, it's saying 44 miles. We'll go to Ionity in Carlisle. Hopefully Ionity's not experiencing a meltdown.
Take the slip road.
All right, so let's get out of here. We'll see you at Ionity in Carlisle. This place is rammed. Like, obviously it's not the Gloucester services. At this point, we got back on the M6 and we were heading up towards Carlisle, which was roughly about 40 miles or 70 kilometers. I probably could have made it on that 14% state of charge, but there's quite a lot of elevation in this area. So I think we were going to stop at Ionity either way, as the place that we were staying at did not have any charging on site and it was about 15 minutes away. So it wasn't too bad at the end of the day. You joined us at Ionity in Carlisle and everything works properly here. The Jeep is plugged in. We arrived at 13 or 14% state of charge. And what's cool is we have a new Ford Explorer that's charging there as well. So we'll just, we'll stay here for a bit. We'll charge up to about 80% because as I said, where we're staying, there's no charging whatsoever. So here we are charging up the Jeep. The proximity is very, very sensitive, the proximity key on it. We plugged in 13 or 14%. We're already at 22, pulling 107 kilowatts earlier. Apparently the maximum on this is about 100, so it's actually requesting more than it's rated for, which is cool. This is your typical Ionity site. Again, we have that new Ford Explorer there, which looks absolutely fantastic. This is actually the overflow site. The one up in Gretna Green is always rammed and full, so they built this site a bit south of Gretna. And it's actually nice. There's a Starbucks, there's a Ford dealer. Here comes a Renault something or other. Very cool. We've been here roughly about 15 minutes already. The site's getting really busy. A lot of cool cars here. Taycan pulled in. You have the Megane E. You have the new Ford Explorer there as well. A Taycan just rolled in. You have our Jeep, the Polestar with the performance pack, I believe. I believe this has the performance pack on it based on the brakes. Yes, it does have the performance pack. Full 350 kilowatts. We have an i4. We have the Honda. This is a Honda ENV or whatever it's called. And you have a couple electric vans here as well, which is really cool. Really, really nice site. Lots of diversity. What happened at T-Bay was probably one of the worst charging experience I had. It was all very friendly. It was all very cordial, but it was quickly going away. It was quickly going sour very quick. People were getting angry. As I mentioned, there was some sort of site power problem, or everything was getting derated because it was just overloaded. The gentleman from the charging company was there trying to get everything back up online, but at the same time too, the parking lot was terrible. You could drive in, but you couldn't get out. There was no way to line up properly. Pretty bad charging experience overall. It worked, but it was so derated where we just charged up what we needed to get here and got out as quickly as we could. Let's get unplugged. We're good. So 33 minutes, 35 kilowatt hours of energy. We're now tapered down to 24 kilowatts, 79% state of charge. Let's get out of here. Let's stop. We'll unplug. Let's unplug. Come on. We'll just take a second. Come on, let's go. There we go. Unplugged. Let's put the handle back into here. We'll close up the charge port and let's get out of here. I have no idea what that cost because I use the Hertz card. So let's get out of here from Ionity and Carlisle. I think we'll be back at this one. At this point, it was time to unplug and leave Ionity, and as usual, sometimes getting out of these charging site parking lots are a bit annoying. But luckily, we weren't staying too far away. As I mentioned, we were about 15 to 20 minutes away out in the rural countryside, but Carlisle was the closest city. But yeah, these villages are absolutely beautiful. Laura and I, we love staying out in the English countryside. First time up in Cumbria, actually, and I don't remember how we found this place, but I'm glad that we did, because it was absolutely lovely here to stay in this old ruins of this once Grand Manor house. The people were very friendly. The price was very fair. And it was probably one of the nicest places that we've stayed at, and we travel quite often. So we were very happy. I'll leave the link in the description. To our final destination here in Kirklandton. We're at this beautiful old hall ruins. There's apartments off the back that we're staying at. The Jeep was great. The Avenger was great. Really comfortable. Really good road tripper. I wouldn't say solid road tripper though, because we were having some thermal management issues at the end. I was really hammering it to get to Carlisle, and we just wanted to get here. But we did a pretty deep charge, and there were some thermal issues, and it derated power output from the drive motor. And we had about 50% or 60% of the available power for about 10 or 15 minutes after. So that's something to keep in mind, and was actually nice to know about. We could have made this trip in a 25-minute charge. We stopped the first time for about 10 minutes. The second time at T-Bay, which was a disaster, was for about 12 minutes. And we did a deep charge at Ionity because there's no charging here on site. As you see, it's pretty rural where we are. In fact, it's Starlink internet. Drove 267 miles, averaged 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour. I'll have to do the math in kilometers. I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess it's okay. I would say we were doing motorway speeds pretty much the entire time, between 70 and 80 in many areas. I know the speed limit's 70, but in some areas people are going way faster. Besides that, it was great. We had a good time. It was nice experiencing some different roads, different scenery. We haven't been up here in Cumbria. We've actually never been here this far north in England, so we'll have to go wash the Jeep. And our part 2 of this video, I don't know if I'll include it in here or if we'll make a second video, but the third leg of this trip is going to be driving down to London on Wednesday. I believe we're going down to Wednesday, and to London on Wednesday, and we have another 4 or 5 nights there. So we'll wrap it up. Please like and subscribe. That always helps us. I think we bring you good content from our trips. And again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.